Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Crusader Kings 3 where things are not going particularly well, to be perfectly honest with you. Gone through a couple of characters now. Ed, our father, and our grandfather, Camorvan. Camorvan managed to take over a little bit of extra territory. Ed didn't manage to do anything. We're now with Count Arnaut, just struggling a little bit to make his mark. We've also lost two of our children, both Andrea and Harold were lost to the measles. So we have Ingrid left, who's our player heir, a daughter, and I think I'm currently her guardian, but we're not very good at things. I'm considering changing her guardian to someone else, someone a little bit better. So I'm going to remove you as my guardian because I want to find someone who's a better guardian for her, because she's going to possibly be our future. Possibly our wife. Our wife wouldn't be a terrible idea. She's pretty good, all things considered. We'll send our wife off to look after Andrea. The plague is ongoing. I'm hoping we're past the worst of it. We'll have to see. Let's get time ticking along here while we try work out what on earth we're going to do. Our Duchess Udale here, is very much managing to survive, annoyingly. She's 45 and she's still in fine health. And her son is pretty competent as well, which is unfortunate. Although, he would hold too many titles. Oh no, he wouldn't, annoyingly. He'd have enough domain holdings to actually hold on to all this territory. He is maimed, though. But we're struggling to find our own way forward to get where we need to be, really. Really wants to tell me about plague resistance. Fine, there we go. We'll learn about plague resistance. Oh, yeah. So yes, I'm hoping we're past the worst of the plague, generally. An additional payment in recent trade, I find myself in possession of a large herd of livestock. I've been assured that animals are of the highest quality, but the question of what should be done with them remains. So I'm getting cattle herd for 15 years, development growth up. We could try to get a large cattle herd, development growth of 20, or we can get 50 gold. I'm going to just get the 50 gold. It takes us out of the debt that we're in, although we are still very much losing a lot of money per month. We can try and negotiate some alliances, but we tried this in the last episode and most people won't accept because of many different reasons. While performing his duties as spy master, Richard has uncovered a secret held by my liege. Yeah, we know about her disputed heritage. You really think that we would, write these down in the book for the next person in our line, but maybe not. Yeah, we definitely want to get to golden obligations to get money. Okay. I wouldn't mind just independently joining into France, but that's not going to really happen, I don't think. The only other thing I could think about maybe doing is going to Ireland or to Wales. Trying and attacking there. Or down to Spain, maybe. But the problem is there's not many places which have weak targets. That's interesting. Duchess Udale's gone independent. I swear we were part of France originally. Doesn't look like we are now, though. I'm going to try to sway her, but she already kind of likes me already. I could blackmail her. Although she won't like me because of that. Oh, sorry, not Andrea. I was saying Andrea. This is Ingrid, isn't it? Yes. Andrea is her sister who passed away. Ingrid is bossy, compassionate, but is also quick. And is not a bad marshal so far. We've discovered the chronicle writing innovation. It's presumably good. We've lost one of our counsellors, our steward. We don't have many good people who can become a steward. Apart from you. Hamon. And then we'll assign Guestin as our chancellor. That's fine. We can negotiate alliances. Again, I think it's going to be a struggle. We've got a lot of alliances with people up in Denmark. The problem is, it's kind of a long way to go to actually consider that. Like, sure, they're helpful, but they're a bit too far away to really consider coming over to helping us. Lately, I've been pondering the education of my daughter Ingrid. Is stewardship really the appropriate direction? Since being trained in diplomacy myself, I've found that particular knowledge to serve me well. Surely I should do the same for her. She's a decent diplomat and she's a decent steward. Frankly, we need the stewardship much more than we need anything else. So I'm going to try that. Now, we might be able to find a matrilineal marriage which serves our alliance needs better. The Bavarian Band, Slaughterers. The Bavarian Band got a decent amount of troops. But they are mercenaries. I don't know if we can bring them in like that as an ally or not. Just looking at any alliances, any claims, any potential traits as well. Keep looking, you might find something of use. That's interesting. You hold the claim to the Duchy of Normandy, the County of O, and the County of Rouen. That's worth considering. And it's matrilineal. Could do a grand wedding, but that's going to cost a lot of money. So we're not going to do that. Right, off you go. Get yourselves betrothed. Oh, we had a cousin slain in battle. Who died? Ah, Felix died, fine. One of our Irish cousins, not a problem. I thought it was an important cousin, but no, it wasn't. Okay, your daughter and heir Ingrid will be betrothed to my son Bohemond. And I believe this is a matrilineal betrothal, which is what I want. Yes, good. He's pretty good, all things considered, actually. Brave, ambitious, callous. Pretty good things across the board. And he's heterosexual, perfect, so plenty of children. Dynasty has unlocked the treasured knowledge. Dynasty legacy, so development growth up, county fertility consumption down, and monthly learning lifestyle experience up. It's worth having. We're still struggling with our money. We're going to just lose all our money again. We need to find a way to deal with that, but we're not a raider, unfortunately. In terms of financial... Are you helping me with finances? You are, which is what I want, really. Because that helps with monthly incomes and generally other good things. It definitely feels like definitely less ways to earn money than they did in Crusader Kings 2. Although I'm playing as a Christian nation, of course I can't really go raiding. I could take hostages, but I've got no one to take hostages from. Count Guestin has become a drunkard. If we kill him, we're not going to end up taking over this land. We could declare war to try and win this. Which would at least give us some... He's our friend. I don't feel great about this. But if we don't have any more children, then they'll both go to our daughter Andrea. Can I go be celibate? I think there's probably a way. I think there's a way to do that. Embrace celibacy, but I might need to be I might need to be going into learning in order to do that. Probably under theologian here. Is there a way for me to get celibacy? I think there must be a way to get celibacy. Oh, there we go. Restraint. You can take the embrace celibacy and abandon celibacy decisions. Right, so what we'll do, we will see if we can get our demand hooks payment from stewardship, golden obligations here, and then we'll switch over to learning and move towards towards restraint in effort to gain celibacy. We've only got one child at the moment. If we can keep that going, that'd be very useful. Obviously it's not ideal, but it might work. And I think we're going to have to, unfortunately, go after our wonderful uncle here, just to gain some extra land, because I just don't see any other way for us to grow and to get our monthly income back how it was. I cannot declare this war without using a hook on my liege. We have a hook on our liege, don't we? Blackmail. Either of these will do. Disputed heritage. There we go. We've got a blackmail hook on you. So I should now be able to go to war. Retake these lands. He's got 803. We've got more than that. So I don't think we'll worry too much. He's got a little bit of money. So he might be able to get some mercenaries. We'll have to see. Before we do that, let's see if there are any mercenaries that he can actually afford with his current costs. Doesn't look like it, unless he goes for a special mercenary. Okay, I think we'll be okay. I don't feel great about this, but limited options means we need to do something here to actually push forward here. So we can use a hook, we can declare war here, and pause straight away. Let us raise all armies. I'm going to slow down time here. I want to do this correctly. We have more troops. We should just be able to win this. You will probably win. Who's our commander? No, I want our actual good guys in charge. Let's put Richard. I suppose we could put Pillager in. We'll put Hayden in as our commander. And we're going to go to this. I mean, this is going to cost us a lot of money. We're going to be relatively quick about this. We could call our allies to war. Do we need to? I'm not sure. We'll call them to war if we need to. Let's see how this initial fight goes. They're running away. So we can just raid the lands. I will just set them free, but that being said, money could be quite useful. Oh, the Barony of Rohan. Gondor must not be far away. Okay, let's get the siege underway. We don't have time to hang about here. Now, we do have quite a few mangonels, which is hopefully helping our progress. Yes, it is. 0.9 of the 1.9 daily progress we have is with our mangonels, or siege weapons. We do not have the money to have a prolonged war here. And do you like us? You kind of like us. Would you give us money? You're waging war on someone of your own faith. So we might give us money afterwards. Once we finished our war here. I probably should have asked him beforehand, but oh well. We'll speed up time a little bit. We're known for our dedication to our faith. Oh, Oh, hang on, what's going on here? While performing his duties as spy master, Richard has uncovered a secret about Uncle Count Gestin. He has secretly taken the steward of my uncle, Count Gestin, as a lover. Fine. That's not a problem. I feel like we're already taking over his lands. We don't need to go after him for being gay as well. I think that would be completely unnecessary in the circumstances. Especially as he's a drunkard as well. I feel like that would be a cruel thing for us to do. Got to watch our monthly income, but I'm hoping with 2 territories back under our belt, that's going to be good. I'm almost tempted to switch out my focus directly to try get celibacy. I don't want another child. Can I insult my wife? I could request a divorce, which would actually be given, but I would lose the benefits of her skills. Maybe we request a divorce and find an older lady. Is she past childbearing age? She's 43. I would hope she's past childbearing age. You think she would be, but then this game never ceases to amaze you in many different ways. And she's pretty competent across the board. Right, let's get this siege done. There we go. Retain Count Gestin's son prisoner. I'm going to just enforce my demands here. There we go. Greetings, nephew. You and your foul hosts have wrestled my county from me. But mark me, I am not through yet, nor will I give up Penth so easily. So, we take it back off him. Doesn't feel great, but needs be. We need to. He's our uncle and rival. I know, he's not going to be too fond of us. But there we go. Let's disband our troops. Your steward has left his court. Constance left his court after gaining a title. Uncle Hamon. I'm not sure what he's learned, but that's fine. You are in debt. We need to send our councilman over, but first let's do something here. While travelling along the plains of the county of Penth, I find a makeshift looking store by the side of the track. As I stop to take a look, a peasant by the name of Cludon jumps into action, trying to convince me to buy one of the small cross carvings he has on sale. I make them by hand, my lord. Each one takes me hours of work. 50 gold is not something I can really afford. We might get a religious carving artifact. Destroy the market stalls, let's not do that. Or we can gain some assured lifestyle experience. I can't afford 50 gold. We'll take the experience here, because that means we can switch into celibacy probably much, much sooner. Right, one of my councillors has also died. You're not spectacular, but you'll do the job. Are you any better, Richard? I'm going to move Richard over to here. And our spy master can have this guy who's much better. We've got a new realm priest as well. He does like us. Good. Now, county control. I want to move you over to here. Because here we are really struggling for control. Of course, we did hold this place once before. We don't anymore. I'm hoping this will help with our income in the long term. And we now hold a little bit more territory over Brittany, but we're still going to be struggling against you. What if I view the contract? We are... Okay, we've still got title revocation protected. Good. We could also go tax exempt. But we're giving such little money as total tax income anyway. I'd almost prefer to lower the levy contribution, or probably even more than that. I'd prefer to do the war declaration changes. But for that we need a new secret. So we'll have to wait on that. We have some prisoners, I presume. Do we still have any prisoners? There's also a few things I could do here. I could attempt suicide. I could talk to a confidant. Become an adventurer. Train for a tournament. Expedite schemes. Interesting. Yeah, so both territories go to Ingrid here. Master Gestin has created the cadet branch, the prudent avalanches. That's fine. I need to ensure that we don't have another child. Now, the Pope. Would you give us money now that we're no longer warring against... Well, we're not far off. Off a ward? Do we have a ward? We can make the... No, we can't. I was going to say, could we let you look after our child? We can't. Yes, we don't have any prisoners because they were all released after the war. That's fine. We can get a new lifestyle perk. Excellent. We'll take golden obligations. That's money. Now we're going to switch into learning as soon as we can. When can we do that? Much 11-19. So another couple of years yet, but we can now start thinking about where we want to put our spy master. And to be perfectly honest, we want to probably leave him in something like Constantinople. Because Constantinople has a lot of people with a lot of secrets. And it means that we might be able to learn some good things here. And we can charge them money, which will help with our own finances. That's how Camorvan managed to kind of keep growing a little bit. The Prudent dynasty is known far and wide. Are we? I guess we are, but still, I wouldn't have thought that would be the case, to be honest. How are our legacies looking? So we're going all in for erudition here. I don't get to choose, I'm not the dynasty head. So vibrant court, multi-party up, treasure knowledge. Okay, it's not what I would naturally choose, but you know, it's not a terrible decision. I can think of worse things to go for. And children born into that dynasty get a bunch of prestige, which is very nice. So we look at all the different levels of splendour here. Well, we now hold a bit more territory. We now need to spend a bit of time getting that back to how it was. We can create more men-at-arms regiments, but that requires us to actually, you know, pay for them, which I don't think we want to really be doing. One moment as I'm getting ready to face the day, my daughter Ingrid approaches me. Father, we found this while exploring the castle yesterday. You should have it. You'll further Ingrid's stewardship education focus. 15 gold isn't that much. I'm going to further your stewardship education progress because I think you could be something quite good, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's the more worthwhile investment. And I need to make sure to not have another child for whatever reason. Because although it's sad that Harold and Andrea died, it's still important because it's still important now to make use of that situation to get us moving in a more forward moving place, really. Where are you off to? You are going somewhere, you're a pilgrimage. I suppose I could go for a pilgrimage, but everything requires money, so until I've got money I can't really do much. I will talk to a confidant. All courtiers... Oh, they lose 10 opinion of me. Let's not do that then. And also we might need to attempt suicide at some point. Purely just to ensure that our daughter takes over the throne when she comes of age. It's finding very easy to murder her. She's got 4 domain holding. Do I want her son to take over? I'm not sure if I do or don't. Is he easy to murder? He's not easy to murder. She's very, very good at learning. She's very competent at that. That is pretty impressive. I don't think we'll murder her for now. I don't think that's going to work in our favour particularly. I would love some money from that chap. You are invited to attend King Anders' coronation in Denmark. Sure. You're about to travel. This requires actual money, doesn't it? Hire mercenary guards. We don't have the money, unfortunately, to really be travelling. Participants may gain opinion of other participants. Participants may gain unique opportunities based on their interest. I don't think we can afford to do that. I know he's our cousin. But at the moment, I don't see that being particularly feasible. Although we might do that once we have a bit more money. Wandering around my court, I hear a raised voice, one verging on anger. I double back, and an unusual scene confronts me. My wife is towering above my daughter Ingrid, berating her, as my wife throws another book into the jaws of a crackling fire. You'll not be reading any more of this impure filth, she roars, condemning another book to the flames. No child in this household will suffer from Satan's influence. I pick up a book from the pile my wife has marked for destruction, and find the only innocuous content on building tiny castles out of dirt. No, ceases at once, the child must learn. We don't do burning books here. Burning books is for much worse people than you. Not saying we'll do that. You're an independent realm. Hang on. That's an opportunity for us to gain some extra territory. Go to Sable and try fabricate a claim for me, please. How long is it going to take you? 3 years. If that remains independent for 3 years, we might be able to pick up a third county for ourselves. And you're scarred and you're flagellant, so we might be able to take out Sable. I mean, granted, France might get annoyed, but that's going to be my Duchess's problem, to be honest. But giving us a third territory would do really well for us, actually. We need to station you guys somewhere. We'll station you in Sembrieg. That's going to give us a little bit of additional benefits. There is not to, really. While performing his duties as Spy Master, Mayor Morgan has discovered a secret held by Strategos Neophytos of Mosea. Ah, you stole from the treasury. Well, my man. I'm going to blackmail you. There we go. And now, I'm going to let you buy my silence. I'm sure there's a way I can do that. Demand payment, there we go. 50 gold. Wonderful. I mean, this is how we're going to make our money for the time being. Don't know why we're losing so much money, but that's fine. Is that because you have costs of going out to fabricating claim? I'm not sure, actually. I think let's lower these alliances. There's too many of them there. We declare war on France. I don't think that's a particularly sensible idea in the circumstances. If we can hold on to Sable, that would be excellent, actually. Nearly all our expenses come from our men-at-arms. And if we're getting more levies, we could consider lowering the amount of troops we have, so we can decrease. I might decrease one lot of the light footmen, possibly even the mangonels, but I feel like the mangonels are important. I'm going to decrease you guys by 1, because that should slowly move our income in the right direction. Not by much. We can always put that back up later. What we can't do is always be stagnating with no money. I think you're too old to have children now, because you're 44. As long as no one is particularly lustful. Which doesn't look like we are. Given we haven't had any other children since Harold died, it's probably unlikely we'll have another child now, unless our character is stupid and has an affair, which I sincerely hope they don't. Now, Ingrid, how are you doing? You could be pretty special, actually. You're not very good at intrigue, admittedly. Break betrothal, austere vows, we're not going to do that. Picking up the padded swords for a spy match with my daughter Ingrid, I notice a tattered journal cast to one side. From the cover it seems to contain exercises and best practices pertaining to the martial arts. Ingrid glances in my direction. Oh, that thing. I mostly read it for the illustrations, you can borrow it. Oh, thank you. I'm being taught martialship by my daughter, who is much better than I am, to be perfectly honest. The Pope really doesn't like us very much, does he? And we need him to like us a bit more for us to get some gold off him. But we are slowly increasing our finances for once. We're actually back in a positive income. I want Sable to stay independent for as long as possible. And can I request a claim? That's the only other thing I might be able to do here. No. Apparently we are widely known. Interesting. Again, I'm not sure I would have thought that we'd be particularly well known, but sure. Not gonna say no, that's for sure. I'm hoping Ingrid could be the one to take this much, much further. If we can take Sable, that will really, or Sable, that will really increase our benefits across the world, because that means that even if we don't take over as a duchy this time, we'll still have 3 counties going to Ingrid. Okay, we found another hook. Wonderful. So you have money. I'm going to... Oh, you're too far to interact with. That's annoying. You're too far away to interact with. Fine. What's going on in England? Something's going on in England, that's for sure. There's a Liberty War going on. Fine. Looks like he is actually doing pretty well there. Harold Godwinson III. Does that mean... That's interesting that House Godwin have retaken over England from the Normans. I forgot to title history here. What happened? So, 1066, King William conquers. Then it's inherited by Robert Carthrose, Princess Matilda, Prince Richard, King Godwin. So it goes between the Normandys and the Godwins for a while. It's now back in the hands of the Godwins, which is pretty cool. It's always nice to see the Godwins back on the throne of England. Could we get an alliance with you? No, we wouldn't. Our sister was taken prisoner. Well, that's fine, I don't really care. She's only our half-sister and not one that really matters. Not too worried about that, to be perfectly honest. When was Marguerite blinded? How long has she been blinded for? Oh well. Now, our nephew here, Guilhelm, we could try and find him an interesting spouse. You could go conquer Scotland, but I don't really want to give you what I think is syphilis. I could marry you to a giant, that'd be quite fun. Oh my goodness, she is a giant. Amazonian. So, powerful, healthy and strong, has a sublime female physique. You know what? Marry the Amazonian, why not? Get some good traits in. Our family. She's a hunter, she's an intricate web weaver. She's quite the catch, to be honest. I mean, her skills aren't great, but otherwise she's pretty good. And she has a claim on the county of Bordeaux. That could be quite useful in the future. To get some of our family elsewhere. We're actually making a positive income, thank goodness. How much territory do you hold? Or how many troops do you have? Not many. Most of your troops are levies, which I'm pretty happy to see. Restore accolades, maybe. Exploit schemes. Nothing there is particularly useful. Okay, wonderful. You've got a lover secret. Can I blackmail you? I can. Wonderful. He might decline. I'll expose it anyway. I wasn't able to get anything done there. It's fine. Can I pick up an antiquarian? I might do. But first, dark thoughts. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? I'm not going to become a drunkard. That's not useful. I'm not going to wound myself either. Although maybe that would give way to our daughter taking over. No. We're going to just hold off on that for the time being. Got a good tutor. She's got a good tutor, actually. We can let Isabella be a tutor. Yeah, she can be a tutor, why not? Although we have to pay her. I didn't think about that. Oh well. I could just fire you. Well, that would cost us 200 prestige. Let's not do that. We'll get the income back another way. That's probably not a terrible thing. There's a bunch of cool positions that we can go for. That's very interesting. Okay. I really need our guy to hurry up here in Sable before this becomes part of France. Oh, that's Neville. I would really love the Pope to like us a little bit more. Because that would give us gold and that'd be pretty useful. The more we sway him, the better. I'll just offer him a random courtier. Here, have our Marguerite could join their court. I'll just give you some random person. Like this lady, I don't know who she is. Here you go, have her. Could I offer you another courtier? No, not quite. He does look a little bit more weirdly. How long till this claim is done? Not that long, but I've got to get it done before France reclaim Sablé for themselves. Castile's getting pretty big, as is Burgundy. Let's have a look at the wider world map, see who's really managing to do well here. The Byzantines, the Holy Roman Empire, Hungary, Ghana, Jerid, Almoravid, Darfur. The Persian Empire is doing very nicely for themselves. My niece-in-law Isabella has given birth to a son who is robust, wonderful. Let's just give them a good Breton name. Harry, I like the name Harry. You might be worth keeping an eye on. You are robust, so you've got a strong physique. That's always very nice to have. So his health is good. How's our daughter doing? She's really getting there, actually. I mean, sure, it's only average, but she hasn't even received her education yet. Once she receives her education, that could really work in our favour. I've got high hopes for you, Ingrid, especially as we don't have another player heir afterwards. Keep looking, you'll find something of use. I mean, sure, I mean, even if Ingrid... if Ingrid were to die, it would go to Marguerite, which is not terrible, I suppose. It's not who I'd want to play as. Would they both go to Marguerite? It looks like they would. And then go to Guilherme. Fine. Your head of faith will go on to claim on the Kingdom of Norway. I don't think we need to do that, particularly. Don't think that's a particularly wise thing. Oh, you're so close to saying yes. Have another courtier. Someone who I don't really care about. I won't accept anyone else, fine. No worries. I would love to take this territory. It's not on now. We're going to have to press this claim as soon as we get it. But we won't be able to do so if we don't have the money. Because we can't declare war while we're in debt, so it depends how much this claim takes. 42 days left to manage this. And the more control we get in our territories, the better, because that allows for more money. A word of advice. I saunter between the market stalls of Leon, a heavy pouch tugging at my belt. How do I make this coin work for me? As I admire the wares of a local stonemason, perfect geometry, a sound investment, my spy master, Mayor Morgan, suddenly appears at my side. A word of advice, Manige. Have a look at that smithy over there. Their wares might be simple, but the potential is great. Okay, so invest in the Mason's workshop. We lose 25 gold. That gives us that for 30 years. So we gain Mason's workshop investment for 30 years, which is building construction cost minus 5%, or Mason's workshop improvement for 30 years, which gives us holding taxes of 10%. Invest in the smithy. Possible 25 gold. Army maintenance down, that would be very good. And holding taxes up. We'll invest in the smithy. I know we need to go for other things, but we're going to do it. We gain a great investment. Mayor Morgan's our friend, which is good because he's our spy master. Army maintenance is down, which is excellent. That's going to actually save us a lot of money. And holding taxes up. That's single-handedly made a lot of good investment for the territory. I'm very happy. We go for Heir Guild, War Profiteer, Extortion. We're about to go to war, so that's fine. We'll get War Profiteer. Because pretty soon we should be able to fabricate a claim here. Which is excellent. 72 gold is a lot. But we might be able to get that back with a secret from Constantinople. We won't be able to declare war while we're at a negative income. So we need money from somewhere to get that back, but I think it's worth it. Is my hope. We can also maybe get a... Oh, you would very nearly give us an alliance with the King of Denmark. That would not be a bad thing for us to do. I could give you a courtier, but you wouldn't accept. No. Okay, we can't quite get an alliance with him just yet. We need money from somewhere to start this war quickly. You really nearly like us. We just need to find some way to give you a little bit more positive income. Because I mean, 100 gold would be most welcome for sure. Go to intrigue here. Okay, exercise and meditation. When the raised voices reach me yet again, I quench my instinct to turn on my heel. The constant bickering of my vassal Mayor Morgan and my chancellor Geston is enough to drive any man mad. Something must be done. I could either treat the situation as an exercise in meditation, or mediation even, or eavesdrop and approach one of them with my sympathies afterwards. And we can try and make them see sense. We'll try and make them see sense. Good. We were successful there. Keeping our council important is good. Or keeping our council friendly with each other is good. I just want some money before Sablé gets brought back into someone else's territory. You. Can I blackmail you? Or can I demand payment? No secret that can be used for blackmail, unfortunately. I can't blackmail you again either. It's unfortunate. Do you have money? You've got money. Let's blackmail you. There we go. Now, have you got money? I'm going to demand payment off you. 50 gold. Excellent. That gives us what we need to go to war. Gives us what we need to go to war. We can declare wars on you. We're very much likely to win this. Costs us 45 prestige. But raise all armies. It's going to cost us money, obviously. However, first, while performing his duties as my spy master, Mayor Morgan has uncovered a secret held by a vassal in the Byzantine Empire. Disputed heritage. Wonderful. I'm going to blackmail you. And I'm also going to then get money off you, if I can, to pay for my war here. Right, you guys head to Sablé. There we go, we've got a hook on you. I require your money. You don't have enough money to pay, but you ever going to have enough? Not really. I'm going to take your 5 gold. It's more than we would have had before. War Profiteer is really helping us as well. We're not losing as much money. You've joined the war. You've only got 120 troops, though. I'm not too worried about that. Let's see if we can get ourselves a 3rd territory here. We also get man-at-arms negotiation. Excellent, so the maintenance is even lower. Well done, Madam Wife. You've done very well there. House of Evidence doesn't really like us very much. I don't really care. Guilhelm is our commander. That's fine. We'll send him in. I might actually go and attack them. Purely just to try and get some hostages from them or something similar. I imagine they'll run away from us, but I'm not sure they'll be able to run away from us for too much longer. We should win this purely off numbers, I would imagine. Yeah, it looks like we will. Just got to win this war. Because if we win this, this gives us another territory, and we've never been at 3 territories before. Hayden was wounded. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Okay, that's the battle won. Good. Let's get back over here. Got a victory. That already moves us in a positive direction. He won't accept. We'll do another fight here quickly. Just take them out. They do have better quality troops than us. I'm not too worried because we just have the numbers to overtake them here. Up to 50%, even better. We could call some people to war. I don't think we need to. I'm not too worried that we can't just take this place out now. Granted, it'll take a while before our control over this territory will be that good. But it also influences Brittany's power as well. Because she's independent, I'm not all too worried about having her as our kind of leader, our liege. Because it means that she can protect us to a certain extent for the time being. And because we've only got 1 child, all territories should go to Ingrid. There's another plague going on right here. That could be bad. We will need to keep an eye on that, because if it gets too close to us, that could really screw us over with only having Ingrid here. We're not going into conclusion just yet, but if it spreads, then we will. It's a pretty major... Oh, that's spreading. Okay. We are going into seclusion for ourselves and our family. Seclusion, it's not the right idea, but it's the one that we're going to have to do. In an effort to ensure the survival of Ingrid here. Keep looking, keep seeing what you can find. Brother-in-law falls ill, Richard Devereux. Yeah, Hugh's flu is going to cause some real issues, I think. It's spreading across northern France at a rapid rate. Do I isolate the capital as well? Must be playing in our realm. I might. I'm definitely not going to motion seclusion. That's not a very good idea. Oh my goodness, look at this plague. Look how much it's doing. I need you guys to keep fighting here. I don't care that there's a plague. Get this territory done. We should be able to... I suppose we could assault the fort. We could consider that. There's only 32 days left though. Hayden has died of consumption. Fine. He's our marshal. Guilhelm can go in there and do that. It's fine. We need to take this territory before the flu makes this much worse for everyone involved. Ingrid comes of age. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child but as an adult. A natural administrator from birth, it should surprise no one that Ingrid has come far in her studies of the management of the realm, displaying a thorough understanding of the flow of gold and the wanderings of people. She even expresses a remarkable creativity in dealing with these matters. They grow up so fast. Okay, so she's picked up a fortune builder education, that's good. She is, however, gluttonous, which doesn't help her stewardship. But she's also zealous and compassionate. Do go marry. Make sure this is matrilineal. This is a matrilineal marriage, I believe. Yes, it is. Good. Send the proposal. Because we might get some pretty good traits to the Duchy of Normandy going forward. And if we eventually join France for whatever reason, that will give us the opportunity to do that. Please finish this siege quicker than you are. We enforce demands at 93. Why you? Okay, we need to go kill these people quickly. Go deal with them. We are in debt. I know we are. We've also gained an artifact. We acquired a cursed wolf hide. This is a masterwork large wall ornament. Wonderful. So this gives us prestige of 0.12 up. Court grandeur bonus, belligerent vassal levy base, and gives us contribution of plus 2% soldiers. Wonderful. I do like getting some artifacts, that's for sure. We can always use the artifacts positively in the future as well. Let's just finish off this last bit of army. And that should... Oh, this doesn't quite win us the thing just yet. So, War Score Battle is max. I don't really see what else we can do. I guess we can go after some of these other smaller bits of land. We need this War Score up a little bit further. Yeah, this fort shouldn't take us too long to bring them down, I would think. There's a little bit of loot here, that's fine. And we have captured Gunnar. Can I ransom him back? Negotiate release. Could recruit him. Get a weak hook. He doesn't really have any money. I could ransom him, but no, that won't. He won't. He doesn't really care enough. That's fine. We'll leave him in there for now. I just care about taking over this land, this territory. There's a bunch of disease spreading, but this will all be worth it in the long run. We can call allies to war. I don't think we really need to. As much as we could. We can demand payment from our liege. Does she like me? She's nearly dead. Well, she's dying because she's got consumption. So yes, we can demand payment from her because dead people can't give us money. She's secluded, but she's got consumption. She's fat, but she's doing pretty well otherwise. She's got a lot of other positive health traits to kind of counteract that. How is the... Okay. It hasn't entered our territory just yet, but it might do in the future. Well, we won't go after you. You've only got 5 gold. It's not really worth trying to bring you down just yet. There's also an apocalyptic. Where are you? Where's this? Over here in India, there appears to be an apocalyptic cough here of consumption. Thankfully, we're not dealing with that. Although consumption over here is causing quite a few problems, but hopefully, even though it is in Sablé, we're still going to take it for ourselves. We won't be able to put counter control up there for a while yet. We've won the siege. We are going to enforce our demands. Get our troops out of here before they get too ill. Get out of there. Wonderful. We gain fame. We now hold another bit of territory. Wonderful. I'm being shown power in entrenched regency with my... Why are we in a regency? Interesting. Oh, I guess because we're secluded, that makes sense. We are very much not available to kind of rule at the moment. The County of Sable has given rise to the peasant rebel faction targeting you. That's fine. Regency, plagues, etc. Okay. So this is in Trent's Regency. We could swing the scales. I don't think we need to. Keep an eye on the scales of power. I want you to fill the coffers as best you can, please. Okay. Well, we've taken another bit of territory. Let's disbandle armies. So we now hold another bit of territory over here, although very much in the centre of our flu here. So that gives us 3 territories, and all of them are going to Ingrid currently on our death, which is excellent. Is Ingrid also secluded? She is. Wonderful. Well, you can have some kids now. No reason not to. We will call things apart there. We've managed to turn our fortunes around somewhat. But only who knows what's going to happen next. I mean, anything could happen. And we certainly want to try and get a duchy, but we'll have to see how that goes. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.